Namaste. Today, the fifth part of Shri Vidya explanation. Now, before delving deeper into each avaranas, I want to tell you that regarding Bindu, the core of Sri Yantra, it is better that I explain it in the end because once you know the basics of the 9 avaranas, then if I explain about Bindu, it would be a better way to explain it. So we will start from the Mula Trikona, the Akata triangle or Vasukona or Mahakona, whatever it is called. So from there, we will be explaining each one. First, I will be telling you about the Mahanityas who are around this Trikona, the Mula Trikona or Sarvasiddhi Pradachakra. See, the triangle which surrounds just next to Bindu is called the Mahakona, Vasukona or Maha Sarvasiddhi Pradachakra. So, this Trikona is encircled by 16 Nitya Devis. These 16 Nitya Devis are denoted by the moon phases. So, every phase is denoted by a Nitya Devi. So, they are called Nityakala or Nitya Devi. The moon phases brings lot of impact on the entire cosmos and as well as our microcosm as well. Every aspect is determined by the phase of moon because moon is having the full control over the entire cosmos because the cosmos is made up of apus, the water. So this Nitya Devis have a very great role in the creation of the world, the preservation of the world, of the creation, and also the dissolution, similarly in the microcosm. And while explaining this Nitya Devis, I will be giving you the examples where you can know that this Nitya Devi is nothing but the play of Mahatripura Sundari. So they are around the Sarvasiddhi Pradachakra, just next to the Bindu, as I have explained to you. These Nityakala or Nitya Devi, whatever they are called, they are the phases of moon. They are totally 16 of them, 6 Shodasha Nityakala, that is 15 are the Nityas and 1 is the Mahanitya, the Bindu, the Mahatripura Sundari. Starting from Kameswari to Chitra Nitya, they are 15 of them going from east to west in the anti-clockwise around the Sarvasiddhi Pradachakra or the Mahakona, the Mula Kona, whatever you call it, is in this way. From east they go and from there they go and then they descend it. Okay. And in new moon to full moon, they ascend from Chitra Nitya and then they go back and then they come back to the Mahakameswari. Nitya Devis are the combination of the Mahapanchabhutas, the Panchatatvas and the Trigunas. Trigunas means the Sattva, Rajas and Tamo and Mahatattva means Agni, Vayu, Bhumi, Akasha and Jala. And similarly Sattva, Rajas and Tamo Guna. Their sequence of placement represent body, breath and mind. Mahavajreshwari, the 3 Trikona has the 3 walls. One is Kameswari, the other is Mahavajreshwari and other is Mahabhagamalini. So these 3 triangles, one of Mahakameswari, the first one represents our body, the creation of the entire cosmos. In the cosmos when we see, it represents to the matter of the cosmos and in microcosm it represents our body. Second is Mahavajreshwari, the breath, the energy of the cosmos which makes things happen. So, and in us it is the breath, inner breath, the prana. And the third is Bhagamalini, is the mind. The mind is Maya, that is the illusion, the one which makes the entire cosmos work, the energy, the subtle energy behind the prana. It is very difficult to understand in the cosmic level, but in the microcosm level, we can easily say she is the mind. So this Mahakameswari, Mahavajreswari and Bhagamalini represent mind, body and soul in both the in the cosmos and in the microcosm level. New moon to Amavasya, new moon to full moon, Amavasya to Purnima. So this is the grand play of the Mahatripura Sundari as she approaches new moon. She is completely absorbed in the universe, the creation, and in the new moon she is completely absorbed in the void, the Shiva. So this also refers in the microcosm as the Kundalini. When the Kundalini is in the down, in the Mooladhara, it is considered that she is away from the Shiva, the Jnana Tattva, and she reaches the Kundalini, she reaches the Sahasrara. It is called that she reaches the Shiva there, and it becomes that she is nothing there, and she becomes one, and there is no duality. So that is the thing. So it becomes that she becomes one with it. This is the play. This is the play of from full moon to new moon. It is going in the way that she is going nearer and nearer and nearer to Shiva. And from new moon, full moon to new moon, she is getting away from Shiva, and she merges into the universe. She is completely absorbed in the universe, the material world. It happens in such a way, the Kameswari, the first Nitya, from full moon to new moon, when she is there, she goes this way, and when we come back, it is from Chitra Nitya, as I have told. But from new moon to full moon, when the Shakti separates from Shiva, the first five Nitya, from Kameswari to first five Nitya, the Icha Shakti is stirred to create the world. And after that, the second part, from 6th to 10th, it represents the Jnana Shakti, where it starts swelling. And in the last 5 days, it is completely swelled, and it becomes from Jnana to Kriya Shakti, to create. So in this way, the Icha Shakti becomes Jnana Shakti in the middle, and from Jnana Shakti, it becomes Kriya Shakti, the action. Here on full moon, it represents Unmesha, the upward movement towards full moon. It goes up. And where she completely detached from Shiva and she comes downward, then it is Nimesha. She is absorbed in the object of universe. Again, from full moon, new moon is Nimesha, downward movement turning towards becoming absorbed in Shiva. On new moon, she is fully dissolved in the universe and get absorbed in the materialistic world. And this time, the full moon, her eyes are opened. And when she is absorbed in Shiva during new moon, she is absorbed in the void and her eyes are closed. This is the grand drama of the Devi, where her eyes are opened and closed. It happens in a blinking of a second, but it appears to be days and days for us, 15 days for us. But for her, it is only a fraction of a second. She blinks, she is in Shiva, the void, the full new moon, and she opens, it is in the full moon, she is in the universe. So she is present. As you see, if you blink your eyes and see, it makes you feel that you are in both the situation. When you blink, you feel that you are there in the blinking, you are there in the opening. Both you feel that in the downward movement also, you feel that you are completely present there. And when you open the eyes, that time also you are completely present there. But if you go in a slower phase, you may feel that you are absorbed in the void when you close, but when you are fast, that phase is very, very fractionable. So, for Devi also, it is a fraction of a second, but we feel it is days and days. It takes 15 days for us. This Unmesha and Nimesha is the grand drama of Devi, where the entire cosmos is involved. The phases of moon is created. The Nitya Devi's play start. The Rajasa Sarnama, we have a phrase, Unmesa Nimisotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavalihi. That means that in the Unmesha, that is the upward movement, in Nimesha, the downward movement, the whole cosmos is created by the Devi. The creation, sustenance and dissolution of the entire creation is done by the blinking of a second, the fraction of a second of Mata. Unmesha, action of opening, and Nimesha, the action where her eyes are closed. With seconds this happens, and creation, Utpanna, and dissolution, Vipanna, and Bhuvana, the world is created. It is the fraction of second for her, and it is days for us. So in this episode, I have explained you how the drama of blinking of eyes of Mata, that is Mahatripura Sundari, makes the entire cosmos. Next episode, I will be telling you in detail from Kameswari to Chitranitya. Every day the progress of her blinking. Her blinking starts from Kameswari and ends with Chitra, and from Chitra to end, it ends to Kameswari. So this blinking phase becomes 15 parts, and the 16th is Mahatripura Sundari herself. Blinking part is of 15 segments from Mahakameswari to Chitranitya, and from Chitranitya to Mahakameswari. It appears as each sthiti, but actually it is the blinking of her eyes, and it is in such a way, it is such a systematic way, it forms a 15 segment of it. Each segment has one aspect, and it bestows so many things to the world, that you pray to God, pray to Mahatripura Sundari on each segmental days. For making it more convenient, they say each segment one Devi was created, and she was called Nitya. So actually it is the blinking of her eyes, and there formed a Nitya, and there formed her energy, and that energy is enormous. We will go in detail in the next episode what each Nitya makes, and how we can utilize, how we can tap that energy to bring a lot of changes in our life, to bring prosperity, good luck, happiness, spirituality, and all in our life, how these Nityas can help us. So if you like our channel, kindly like, share and subscribe.